this video, we are going to be tackling that upper control arm bushing that we found was bad. First thing we got to do is get this tire off. By the looks of it, we're already a sixth of the way there. Missing a lug nut. Weight reduction. Alright, with the tire out of the way, you can see we need to remove this 10mm bolt that's holding on our flex brake line here. We might have to remove some of our wheel speed sensors. It's no longer being used considering I removed the harness for that. And then remove the nuts for both the front upper control arms, and we need to remove this ball joint. So Alright guys, as you can tell, we have the upper control arm loose from the knuckle now. And if you come in here, this is that ball joint we replaced not that long ago. And as you can tell, the boot is ripped. And from the factory, it was not greased. And I did not grease it myself, so we're going to have to make sure to do that. But it still feels tight. There's no play in it. Well, very little. I mean, I can barely feel any. I bet once I pump some grease in there, that'll take care of that. So our next step is we're gonna, well, we already removed the nuts. We got to remove these, hammer these bolts through right here on both sides. So this has to get hammered through, that side has to get hammered through, and this will come off, and we'll press the new ones or the old ones out. Well, guys, just like the lift keys for the front of this thing does not want to let go of them bolts. So I'm going to see what I can do here. I'm going to spray some penetrating lube on it, and I am going to continue to swing my hammer and see if it comes loose. If not, I have a few other options in mind, but I'm going to go with swinging a hammer for now. Look at that. They're moving. They are almost out. I don't know what we're going to do to clear this. You can see it's hitting right there. I think it's all the way forward, so I'm going to have to figure it out. I'm not worried though. They're moving. That's it's pretty exciting. One down. That wasn't so bad. Both of them are out. We got it. Look at that. And that right there is what we're replacing. Look at how bad that is. Yeah, that's done. This one, on the other hand, yeah, that one's solid. But we're gonna replace them both anyway, so hurrah! Let's get those things out. That, my crazy friends, is how you remove a bushing using a ball joint press. And we're getting rained on. Alright guys, got both the bushings out of the upper control arm. Here's our upper control arm, and here's both of our bushings. We can't install them today because they're not here. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow, the bushings for that are coming. I ordered them on Amazon. And then we plan on going to the dunes Saturday. So hopefully we can get our bushings here and get them installed in the control arm. And then depending on the weather, if it's not raining, we're taking that. If it is raining, we're taking this. So I'm hoping for no rain, but so be it. I'm still going. So yeah, I guess I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, it is Sunday today. We were working on this on Thursday. We removed them bushings. These were supposed to come on Friday, which they never did. They came on Saturday, and I had to leave Saturday. So, I ended up taking that to the dunes. Holy cow! Oh no! Oh jeez, no! Oh my god! Altogether, wasn't a bad trip. Had quite a bit of fun, so guess I can't complain too much. Day in the dunes is a day in the dunes. So what we got here is our, I'm guessing these are going to be our upper control arm bushings. One and dos. And then I also got a camber bolt kit, because I knew these things weren't going to come out easy. So I figured save myself a little bit of time, because I might have had to cut these things off to get them out, which got pretty lucky. So yeah, let's get the new bushings pushed into the upper control arm. Let's get that upper control arm back in the truck. The box right there is the Moog part number for that bushing. If we check them out, I'd say those are right. So if you buy these, you can actually buy them with the bolt off-centered, and what that does is you can actually camber out or camber in your tire. I really need to camber out my tire more, but I ended up going with stock ones just for ease of install. If you do install them with an offset, you need to make sure the offset is to the direction that you need to go. So if we need this tire to go out, which would tip your tire out, we would need to make sure that that bolt hole is actually further this direction, because then it would throw the control arm out. But since ours are centered right in there, all we got to do is pop these things in. We'll be good to go. So let's get to pressing these in. Alright guys, with your bushings in place, you set her in with a swing of the old 5-er. She is in like sin. And believe me, it didn't go as easy as I just showed you. No sirree, Bob, it did not go in that easy. I ended up, even though I thought I had these right, ended up having to press both sides in at least 3 more times, and I just nudged it little by little and kept checking it with my fitment on the truck until I got it right. And if you think about it, this was recorded before I even put it in. Boom. Alright guys, now normally if you look right here, there's a little pin, and what happens is when you move this adjuster up and down, your bolt gets slid back and forth in this adjustment here, and that changes your camber angle. Well, if you take a peek on this side, that pin's missing. And if you look over here, it's missing on this one, and it's missing on this one. They're supposed to be right there. So what I'm going to end up doing is, you can't see very well, is I'm going to get this bolt as far all the way to this way, and then what I'm going to end up doing is taking my welder on both of them. I'm going to do it on both just in case, and I'm going to run a bead right here, and that will lock that in place. So the this upper control arm won't have a chance to ever go back. So yeah, I don't know who's at fault with them pins missing. I know I ain't. Someone's looking mighty innocent, or he just wants his ball. I think he just wanted his ball. Alright guys, I know they may not be the greatest welds. It is just a 120 welder, but yeah. And for those of you who are wondering, I'm using Gatorade Fierce. It is bold and intense, 140 calories. That's what I'm using. I just drilled a hole in the cap of it, and then I can cool my welds down. It's definitely not water. It's water. It ripped me off. Alright guys, with the new bushings in the upper control arm and our adjusters all welded with this thing all the way cambered out, we can go ahead and install our upper ball joint back into our knuckle and get everything else buttoned up. I mean, our brake line needs to be put on, we need to reroute our wheel speed sensor and everything, and then got a little something I want to show you up front once we're done putting this thing together. So yeah, let's get to it. Two things I guess I wanted to show you. One is, how can you tell if a truck here has been sitting for more than a day? Turns into a shelf. Take a look. Yeah, you think that's bad? Look at the S10. Can't even recognize that thing back there, but the main thing I wanted to show you in the front, and is going to be next video, is I want to put an extra transmission cooler on the front. Now This right here is the factory GM transmission cooler. What I'm going to end up doing is cutting this line, and I'm going to rotate this so it goes into this hose, up into there, and then comes back out, goes through the extra cooler, and then comes out, and we'll be going right back into this line. So yeah, that was something I bought at a garage sale about I want to say about 12 years ago for $1. So I think it'll be worth it. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate if you go down below, hit that like button. If you want to leave me a comment, I'd love to hear from you guys. And you know what to do. Get back to work.